going, everybody? The Yankees lost yesterday, but they did win the series. Aaron Judge has hit 4 home runs in the past 3 games. He appears to be heating up, but most importantly, judging by his post-game comments, I think he's got his confidence back.
It's pure brute strength and determination. I knew the art of skullduggery. These guys, I knew how to beat these guys psychologically. When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. I'm a god. No one could beat me.
I saw a lot of people freaking out about yesterday's game, and rightfully so. I get it. The Yankees blew multiple leads to a bad Baltimore Orioles team, a team whose offense has not been good all season, and the Yankees have one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. You expect them to be able to shut down the Baltimore Orioles, but that just goes to show you that on any given day, any team can beat any other team. That's the nature of baseball. Also, the Yankees continue to struggle in the final game of series. They're just 3-10 in the final game of series this year. That's tied with the Detroit Tigers for the worst in baseball. Word to Katie Sharp's Twitter account for that stat. But bottom line, the Yankees have won 5 consecutive series. They're unbeaten in their last 8 series, and you're just 2 games out of first place. You're headed to Texas, where you should be able to do some damage. So I'm liking the position that the Yankees are in. You're getting some guys healthy this week. I'll be talking about that in just a second. And most importantly, you've got Gerrit Cole on the mound tonight, and he's been absolutely historic this season. So far this year, Gerrit Cole has a 1.37 ERA, 78 strikeouts to go along with just 3 walks. In Major League Baseball history, only 2 pitchers have ever had an 8-game stretch with 78 strikeouts and 3 walks. Curt Schilling in 2002 and Clayton Kershaw in 2016. Worth noting that neither of those guys won the Cy Young Award, though. Schilling lost out to the big unit, Randy Johnson, and Clayton Kershaw lost out to future Yankee, Max Scherzer. Tonight, Yankees fans get their first extended look at the new Texas Rangers ballpark. I'm really excited about this. I like their ballpark from everything that I've seen. And you know that Texas Rangers fans are happy because during the summer months, it can be torturously hot in Texas. So you've got the retractable roof, you've got some air conditioning, should be a little bit easier on the players as well. Giancarlo Stanton could be back in the lineup tonight, according to Aaron Boone. He's been out with a quad injury, and the Yankees have been extra cautious getting him back in there because he's had some extended leg injuries over the past couple of years. Honestly, I'm scared to death as to what's going to happen with Giancarlo. What happens if he hits a routine ground ball to short? Is he going to pull that quad running down to first base? I'm honestly just a little bit frightened as to what could happen. I kind of hope he either hits home runs or strikes out tonight because I don't want him running the bases. In fact, I want him to do that the whole series. If you don't hit a home run, just kind of mosey on down to first base. Aaron Boone also said that Rougned Odor could be an option for tonight. Rougned Odor has been out with a sprained left knee, and he's a guy who's really changed my opinion about him since he got to the Yankees. When the Yankees first traded for him, I thought it was kind of a head-scratcher. I knew that he had power, I knew that he makes hard contact, but he's also a swing-and-miss guy, and I didn't think the Yankees needed another swing-and-miss guy. But he's proven to be pretty reliable on defense, and he gets a number of clutch hits. He's also a high-energy spark plug type of guy. I've heard that he's a really, really good teammate, so Rougned Odor is a guy who I'm excited to see back with the Yankees. You have to wonder, though, who's going to get sent down. Will it be Tyler Wade, or will it be Mike Ford, who can't hit water if he fell out of a boat? There are 3 hitters on this team that are unquestionably heating up. The first is Gary Sanchez. Gary has been much more scary as of late. Over his past 7 games, he's batting .240 with a .985 OPS and 3 home runs. He should have had a 4th home run in Baltimore, but he got robbed with an over-the-wall catch. Gary will likely not be in the lineup tonight because Gerrit Cole is on the mound, and Kyle Higashioka tends to catch Gerrit Cole. But the way he's been swinging the bat, I think Sanchez is going to be back in there on Tuesday and probably Wednesday too, unless Higashioka has a big night. But Higgy has been slumping as of late, and his average is down to 196. Luke Voit is my pick to click for the series. He's also been heating up. I think he's going to go deep, so put him on your DraftKings roster. After starting out 0 for 10 this season, he's 4 for his last 9, It's interesting to note that he's only walked one time this year in 21 plate appearances, which is unusual for him. That tells me he's not seeing the ball as well as he usually does. So as he begins to draw more walks, you'll know that he's seeing the ball a little bit better. I think he's due to go deep. He's just that type of guy. He's big and he's strong. He's playing in a hot weather ballpark. I think Luke Voigt's going deep either tonight or tomorrow night. It's just a matter of time for this guy. I mean, he led the major leagues in home runs last year. He's going deep. Book it. Another guy who I think could be on the verge of breaking out is Miguel Andujar. And I get it. How can you say a guy who's 3 for 25 on the season is getting ready to break out? Well, those 3 hits have all come in the last 3 games. He's been basically like a vitamin the last 3 games, 1 a day. I think if he gets a few more at-bats, he might put together a little bit of a hot streak. And for that reason, I think the Yankees should put him out there in the outfield today and let him get some at-bats. He's a guy that, if he gets hot, can be a dynamic hitter for your lineup. As for his outfield play, apparently he's been working really, really hard on his left field play in the minors. He hasn't been terrible, hasn't killed you. He seems to get to the ball, and if he gets to it, he seems to catch it. Hey, that's all you can really ask of from an outfielder. I don't think he's ever going to be a Gold Glove player at any point in the field, but if you can hit, they'll find a place to play you. It'll be interesting if Giancarlo Stanton is back in the lineup at the DH spot, how Aaron Boone chooses to set up his lineup tonight, because Clint Frazier's been heating up a little bit too. 2 hits yesterday, a big home run, and then Aaron Judge, we know he's red hot. He's not coming out of the lineup. You don't have a center fielder right now. Do you shift Aaron Judge over to center field, play Miggy in left, and play Clint Frazier in right just for a few days? Maybe. Aaron Judge has played center field with the Yankees before, and he played center field in college. Now, that was a long time ago. I don't know if the Yankees would want to do that, but there's less of a chance of you running into an outfield wall or something like that in center field. Hey, it might be worth doing. And besides, Gerrit Cole is a strikeout pitcher. How many tough fly balls are there really going to be to the outfield tonight? I think you want to get your best lineup out there and let Gerrit Cole do his work. I would put Aaron Judge out there in center tonight and then play Clint Frazier in right and Andujar in left, but that's just how I would do it if I was managing the game. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who sits? One thing's for sure, you know outfield depth is an issue when you've got guys like Ryan Lamar getting the start in center field. Ryan Lamar is the definition of a major league journeyman. The Yankees just don't have a lot of outfield depth, and that's just odd for them. They usually have a lot of outfielders. Estevan Florial remains an option for center field. There is a rule in baseball this year that you have to stay in AAA for 72 hours before you come to the major leagues. I think it's part of the COVID protocols. But the Yankees have used Estevan Florial in the major leagues before. He was 1 for 3 last year. Before he got called up to AAA the other day, that was his only career game above AA. So Estevan Florial could be a guy that you see, but he might not be ready. The Yankees may not think he's ready. However, he is 23 years old. He's a great athlete. He's been a prospect for a long time. Honestly, I would rather see what you have in Estevan Florial than run a journeyman out there, even if the journeyman might play a little bit better. I just want to see one of the younger guys and see what he can do and get him some experience. So I'm all for calling up Estevan Florial. I'm totally on board. I don't know if Cashman's going to do it, but he should. The Texas Rangers are off to kind of a slow start. They are 18-24 on the season. Their pitching has been, pretty spotty. This should be a good series for the Yankees offense. The Texas Rangers offense is pretty good. They've got 4 guys with 7 or more home runs. Adolis Garcia, their center fielder, is hitting .289 with 10 home runs and 27 RBIs. He is their best player right now. Former Yankee Nick Solak is hitting .270 with 7 home runs and 19 RBIs, doing a really nice job. So maybe that Texas stadium allows enough home runs to compensate for this weird ball we've got this year. The Texas Rangers pitching, other than Kyle Gibson, has not been very good. You might notice their closer is a former Yankee, Ian Kennedy. Ian Kennedy came up as a starter with the Yankees in 2007, but he is now a closer. He has appeared in 16 games. He's got a 2.25 ERA and 10 saves. He's done a really nice job. He's a control guy, 20 strikeouts and 4 walks. Doesn't throw overly hard. Won't really scare me if the Yankees have to face him in the 9th inning. It feels weird seeing him as a 36-year-old because when he came up in 2007, he was just this promising young first-round draft pick, and it's weird watching these guys age and watching their career develop. It can really make you feel old. as I do right now.